Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, My Crypto Teacher. My name is Ida and I am your crypto teacher. Today, guys, I'm going to talk to you about the FOMC. That's the Federal Open Market Committee. And I'm going to talk to you about why they are probably wrecking our lives in the crypto market and the traditional financial markets for now. But maybe this will pan out for us in the long term. I don't know. But I do want you all to get an understanding of the importance of the FOMC and explain to you what their role is in the United States economy. And the reason why the United States economy is so important is because the United States dollar is the world dominant currency. So this is important to everyone, regardless of the country that you live in. So I'm just going to summarize some key information about the FOMC. I'm going to also stick around into the for the entire video so you can have some important dates that will help you plan with your investing and also give you an understanding of the different types of things that are occurring during this investment cycle so you can just plan for it. All right, so I'm your crypto teacher. If you haven't already, make sure you click on like, subscribe, and share. All right, so I am not, remember, I'm not upset at all. This is a wonderful time for me. This is great opportunity for me, and I'm going to explain to you why. So first, I'm going to take a look at the overall market, and I suggest that you all do not stare at the market. I have several accounts. I've got a Roth IRA with crypto. I've got several accounts. I'm just not looking at them. The only thing that I am doing is accumulating some of the projects that I like, that I want more of, to include Ethereum, Chainlink, Atom. I bought a little bit more Bitcoin. I'm still buying ZIL. I'm buying ZIL on the dip. I know that they're low, but it works for me. All right, so you know I am not a financial advisor. I'm simply sharing with you what I'm doing in time of this market turmoil. So first, let's take a look, and I don't really even have to show you. Check this out. The entire crypto market is 1.48 trillion. So we're down. You can see that we're down. Bitcoin is trying to hold up at 31,100. Ethereum is holding up really well at 2,372. Solana is $67. Cardano is $63. I'm sorry. And Dogecoin is 11 cents. You can see, guys, they're all down. Terra is 18 cents. That's why you don't chase tokens. You don't chase coins. You see what happened, and you can keep going down. VeChain is back down to about 4 cents. The Sandbox is down to $1.79. I've been buying that. So there it is. Yeah, the market is down. It is down. Zilliqua is 7.2 cents. And what you all can see, the only thing I'm going to say, like Polygon Matic is about, I think, 80 something cents, because I bought some more of it today also. Polygon is 90 cents. So what I want you all to see here, stronger projects hold up. My sister asked me today, is it going to go to zero? I don't know. I don't know. So you have to make your own decisions about your money. But I feel confident in the projects that I am invested in. And so I'm just going to stay invested. I am not going to sell at a loss. Remember, you have to buy high, sell low, right? During bear markets, we are in a bear market. This is the time to accumulate. This is when I am accumulating, and I'm not looking at my accounts because I know that they are very, 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 very low. And I don't want to insert emotion into my investment decisions, okay? Some of my projects, I mean, I'm just down. I'm way down, just like you. I'm way down, but I haven't lost a dime until I sell. Okay, so now let's talk about the FOMC and Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell is the guy on the screen, and I'm going to talk to you all about why they are so important. And it's important to understand the work that they do because it does impact investment. The traditional markets, the crypto markets, the housing market, food, anything. If you are a human being, the FOMC, their work impacts your life. All right. So first, just to make sure that that you understand what the FOMC does. They actually raise interest rates. The FOMC, the Federal Open Market Committee, and the Federal Reserve Board, they actually are responsible for raising or lowering interest rates, okay? So this article talks about how the FOMC was looking to increase rates by 50 basis points, and 50 basis points is 0.50. That's 1/2 of 1 percentage point. And they were speculating if they were going to raise it by 50 basis points in May, because they raised it by 0.25 in April. I'm sorry, in March. And 0.25 is 1/4 of an interest of 1 percentage point. So we already know, because this date has passed, they increased the rates by 50 basis points, which is 1/2 of a percentage point. And that made the market go crazy. Why? We have something called inflation. Guys, inflation is horrible. Inflation means the value of your money is less. It decreases. Your money buys a lot less when inflation hits. And in order for the United States to stay the monetary dominant power of the world, they have to get inflation under control. But it's going to be painful. And I'm going to just keep listening. I'm going to tell you why it's going to be painful, because we have just began this cycle. We've got a long way to go, okay? So the trouble with the Federal Reserve is when they're trying to cool off rising prices, they have to raise interest rates. And so when that happens, the cost of everything increases. Food increases, housing increases. Sometimes employers lay off people. And if you're older like me, you've lived through several recessions. That's why I told you this too will pass. And for those people who can endure the recession with their investments, you're going to come out a lot more wealthier. That's why I'm not selling anything, okay? So I'm just going to go through the article. Let me talk a little bit about, this is a good article about the FOMC, and I'm going to link it in the description. First, what is the FOMC? The FOMC is the Federal Reserve's Monetary Policy Committee. It determines the direction of monetary policy by setting interest rates and directing open market operations. So they determine the direction of monetary policy. Everything is about money, okay? And they do it for the United States. And we know that the United States currency is the dominant currency of the world. So what happens in the United States has an impact everywhere else. The committee has 12 members, and they meet 8 times a year, and they talk about the economy, and then they take a vote on whether to alter the Fed funds target rate or change it. So make changes in the market. So they get together 8 times a year. They talk about what's going on in the country, and then they make decisions from there. So who are the members? The 12 members include Jerome Powell. That's this nice guy up here. And he has a tough job. He does. And so Mr. Powell, he's a very, very powerful man. And he leads this work. So, you know, get familiar with his face because he's the one. So it's Mr. Powell and the other members. And then they got 6 members of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, which is led by the Fed chair, and the president of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, and 4 of the remaining 11 regional Federal Reserve Bank presidents who serve 1-year terms on a rotating basis. Now, what do? What does the FOMC do? The FOMC conducts open market operations to guide monetary policy. They are guiding monetary policy and increase or reduce the money supply in the U.S. economy. So that's very important. So the work that they do, they decide if they're going to increase the money supply in the country, in the world, or if they're going to decrease it. And depending on what they decide to do has a very, very impactful effect on the markets. So the Fed also buys and sells government securities on a day-to-day basis to control the money supply. They set bank reserve requirements, and they adjust the Fed discount rate. Now, here's the thing. So the Fed, what they do, they make it possible for large banking institutions and financial institutions to borrow money. So the reason why mortgage interest rates go up is because if the Fed rate increases, then you know that those organizations pass that rate on to you. So if their rate goes up, the rate at which they have to borrow money or pay money back, that means your rate is going to go up. Now, because they were late in trying to prevent inflation, they're having to take a very aggressive role in the market, and they're doing a lot with interest rates. So take a look at their meetings. They met in December, January. You can see they met in March. March, they bumped the rates by 0.25%. May, they did a 0.5% interest rate hike, and they're probably going to raise it again. They said 7 times this year. I don't know if they're going to do 0.5 each time, 0.25, but whatever they do is going to have a substantial impact on the market. And this is why everything is selling off. This is the reason why. So as you can see, we're only at May. We've got June, July, September, November, and December. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more meetings. It's going to be a lot of volatility. So for me, I'm just making sure that I've selected good projects. I'm staking, so I'm getting free tokens, and I'm just going to sit tight. I am accumulating. This is what I'm doing. I am accumulating. So that's the FOMC. And now you can have an understanding. Look around these dates. Major moves in the market is going to happen around these times, and there's nothing we can do about it. But if you're older like me, even if you're not, this too shall pass. So I'm just hanging tight. All right, so that's all I have. My name is Ida. Make sure you click on like and subscribe, share, because sharing is caring. And remember, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a great mood. I haven't lost a dime. I'm in the same boat as you with my portfolio, but I'm accumulating. All right, take care. Until next time.